I'm making my food. So, if anyone asks, that's what we'll do.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Marco Knights. He's making food right now. Hi. Oh, guess I should get up. He'll be right back. He's making food. There he is. Fill up shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I have on a jacket. Playing this egg game for him. I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's building today. No, it's gonna be something. What are you building today? This? This?
Yeah.
He's going to build this in LDD today. I don't know if it's gonna be this exactly or probably a better version that has like cool stuff with it. It isn't just like it actually has stuff that works by itself. I don't know the technical term. It's true. But I really wanted nuggets. And he fries some pretty good nuggets. Oh. Onesie over here? Yes. I got a onesie for Christmas. Oh my. I got something on it yesterday. I heard the grease stop, so he's coming. Marco Knights wants a shout out. But you're like the relevant one, so I did it, but you're the relevant one.
I like Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
It's good. That was my first exposure to cookie dough ice cream. Good stuff. Good for the soul. Probably not the arteries. God, so many drums. Someone just yelled. It goes outside, so I don't know who it is. Oh, guess what?
What?
I just now realized there's something right there that tells you how many chickens there are.
I told you that before.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to you. Are you gonna make it better? Or are you gonna do the same
I'm gonna
version?
do the same, and then I'm gonna make another better one.
Okay. It's gonna match color schemes.
Yeah. Yeah, probably actually. So
Oh
people,
yeah, it's nighttime there, isn't it? Or early morning. Probably night. Hello. The actual star is doing something, so I'm here to fill in for right now. Or, well, I guess he's not necessarily a star. I shine a lot brighter than him. Hello, please come back. Blinking. I was close in my brain. My friends that live over there haven't been Snapchatting, so I haven't been able to like fill it out. Because they're now responsible adults that work all the time.
alright, give it 5 minutes and then you can go get them. It's not that bad, stop complaining.
I'm not complaining, I'm grunting unsatisfiedly.
For no reason.
Because I'm lazy.
Alright, this is what we're building on stream today. This is a Glock 26, as recommended by someone in the last stream. But this is entirely built out of set number 1069-8. Only those pieces were used in building this, which is in itself a pretty damn good achievement, considering how complicated this actually turned out to be. This entire piece itself is actually upside down. Studs are on top. The backstrap is built sideways, and then these pieces are built sideways as well. And then the trigger is built using the most basic of the hinge pieces that they were using. The slide stop itself is simply just a really long lever that interacts with things, and there's no removable magazine. You got to compromise when you're building something that's, you know, not really intended to move all too much. As for how the barrel and slide mech works, it's pretty simple. This is just a modified version of my different usernames altered PPK mechanism. This should, wrong piece. Though that piece does need to come off. This just comes on out into the barrel, and that should come with it. Place this back here. Place this back here. And we're left with our slide, and then our wonderful little barrel assembly right here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to build a couple different versions of this. We're going to be building basically like a technical version of it, which is like the same exact thing that I have in real life, so we can do a tutorial later. And then the we're also going to build a version that's upgraded using better pieces. So this will basically be the start of a tutorial, and I really don't do a lot of tutorials, but this time we should be able to. So this will be the start of that. Are you gonna go get them, or am I gonna go get them?
Has it been 5 minutes?
No, I'm just asking.
I'll go get them.
Are you sure you're gonna go get them?
I mean, as of now.
Alright.
I changed my mind already. Right. I embarrassed myself already.
How?
Because I'm awkward.
It's only been like 5 minutes, literally just 15 minutes.
I'm really good.
Yeah, apparently.
My special tag.
This should be a fairly straightforward build because I'm literally just copy and pasting from what I have in front of me. And then you get to see how everything kind of comes together because it does this weird funkiness to it. just somehow works. There are these pieces. I'm probably in here. Yep. How's life been? You know, it's just been. You know, it's not bad. What pink is this? Is it that pink?
It's a little brighter than that.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, but it's not that bright.
It's not that. Is there another pink? That one?
No, they don't use these colors anymore.
Oh. Is it transparent? No, that's clear. I guess the first one?
Yeah, I guess it's this one. Mate, you're not going to get a shout out. We don't self-promote on this channel. The only people who really get a shout out are people who actually...
You're researching? Using?
Basically, my friends that I talk to on a daily basis.
You use their stuff sometimes.
I use people's things sometimes. If I go through and I use like a mechanism from you, you'll definitely get a shout out. But I really don't. I don't just shout people out for no reason. Self-advertisement is not okay.
My shout out didn't matter.
So that goes like that. And that's the barrel basically. It's really all it is. Obviously, the difference that I would do if I was going to make this better is to switch out these pieces through here and then a little bit of how the chambering and things work. But for now, that is fine. This actually sits in the gun upside down like that. That is that. So that goes there. That piece is done. We can set it off to the side as needed. Next, we'll be doing the slide. How it works. It's pretty simple in itself. So we do an orange.
It's cost money. Oh, it's right?
Dark nude kind of color. I think that's it. Hey mate. We'll do 6 and 6 by 3 and A3. Oh, the piece. All right. Switch over to the lighter blue that we're using. Okay, that's one over. All right, I think it's done. If you want to go grab them, the plate's out there.
China.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have the bubbles stuff?
Mm-hmm. No props, Crumpet. I'm getting food too. I'm just doing it in a more lazy way because I have people who do it for me. It's bright orange through here. This is kind of how the whole sliding mechanism works. It's pretty basic. It just kind of locks into place. So that goes there. And because I don't have the pieces that I need, how this works is that the two pieces that go here that's it, are going to take one of these gray 2x4s, and they're just going to kind of lock it in. So now it can't go anywhere because I didn't have these pieces available, but those are the pieces that I would use because those would actually sandwich better. But I didn't have those, so. Yep, I'm going to be building the Glock on here because I'll be doing a tutorial for this one, which is shocking because I usually don't. But yeah, I'll be doing a tutorial, and because I'll be doing a tutorial, I would rather have it in LED to do the tutorial. So yeah, gotta make a version of it in stream so that people can follow along when I go to make it off stream.
Can you download it so it does it automatically?
Technically you could, but I really don't want to do that.
Like, does it have a thing where you can see it?
You're talking about the instructions?
Hmm?
You're talking about the instructions?
Like a time lapse of you building it.
Oh.
In LDD.
Technically, yeah.
Is it difficult to use or just dumb?
A little bit. Oh god, dropped it. Alright. Do this. Pt.12. Where'd you put it?
It's behind the TV. I find it over here, so it's weird. Is this half of half, or do I get less cycles?
5 and 5. And if there's an extra one, you can have the extra one.
You can have the extra one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll take the one. There's one that's soft.
Shouldn't be one that's soft.
There's like just one soft one. Some of them are like a little soft. I'm guessing it's because I don't know, maybe they're not that soft, they're just softer than usual.
Yeah, I usually don't do tutorials.
2013.
But this is like really not that big of a deal. There's really nothing to copy off of it in a sense. Like there's no outstanding mechanisms. The only outstanding thing is really the fact that the whole bottom receiver is upside down. Even then, I mean, it's kind of just not that big of a deal.
Is the Illuminati while you're doing these again? Never gun to your head. Or perhaps I'm the Illuminati. I'm not gonna use your makes me feel bad when we're talking. There's 8 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we have 6 each?
You have 6 each?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's that. Both of those should fit over one another. There. Hey Spencer. Big Extreme Guns.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you just joining, we're going to be building the Glock 26 that we built on stream the other day, using nothing but the parts from set number 1069-8. Ella has a weird, it's not really a Glock, but yeah, the sight idea came from her. and the idea that it could kind of be used as a quote-unquote race gun. So it's set up for, as the compensator on it for recoil control, the extended slide lock, which is just it's just a convenient excuse to use the really long lever. And then the sight on it, because I had to cover up that section of the gun because I ran out of plates. So yeah, we can take off some of this, but I don't want to take off too much of it. So I gotta see how it's built now. You actually just made the RG-15, Carol.
You can have whatever ones I'm counting. Yeah, I'm counting. You like the ones that are really hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm.
Nah, I know you made it. It's all good, fam. I didn't get a chance to watch the video. I was at work when it came out. I planned on watching it today because I'm trying to go to sleep. That was probably loud.
What?
My phone's already, I guess you're back in control of the chickens.
It's all responsibility. Hola.
Welcome back, mate. Vigil CC75 has a rail in front of the rear sight, but you can't attach a sight to it. I think part of that is just to keep the uniqueness of Ella and her sister Sophia, as they are the only ones who have sights on their pistols in game, on their pistols, because other operators have sights on their SMG machine pistol counterparts. The color coding is basically according to whatever color piece I used on the actual model in real life, so that when I do the tutorial, you don't have to, like, I don't want to say get confused, but the pieces, some of the pieces only come in one color in the actual set, so. CZ75 is perfectly fine. CZ75 has a lot of recoil. If you're not up close and personal with it, you're really not going to hit anything with it. You're going to just kind of be potato aiming everything.
Mad that I responded.
I don't like Caveira because she's pretty strong right now with the most recent recoil patch for pistols. CZ75 is competing with the SMG-12, which is pretty much better in all ways. The magazine size is much larger, fire rate is larger. You can put a sight on it, you can put a grip on it. Then I think you might be able to put a laser sight on it too. So there's a lot for just the CZ75 to go up against, and because of that, it ends up kind of just getting left behind, I guess.
I upgraded that and it said I had like 1,000 of, but now I don't see them. How do I get them on the... Want me to crack it open or wait? Wait.
Where did I put that brick separator at?
It's... I think it's in the box.
I'm just gonna have to try to keep this off.
Box is on the floor. It's probably... it's red bar.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we're down the red bar. My sister's probably using more of the internet. Than I am.
Did you ever finish your one nugget?
Yeah, there's another one. I've had two, I think.
Where do these nuggets keep coming from?
Yeah, like I said, we're down to a red on my end, so that's my outgoing signal is like dying miserably.
We're not gonna get that for a while if we're having issues connecting. Might want to send a message.
Yeah, it's fine.
Can you hand me my phone? How do my moderator duties? No.
I'm not gonna expose her. She does fine. If it doesn't clear up by the time I'm done with this, I'll probably jump off of stream and I'll just play Rainbow Six Siege with her until later tonight when we clear it up more. I personally run both the CZ75s on both the operators. I don't use Dokkaebi as much as I use Vigil. I like Dokkaebi better. My problem with the SMG-12 is that there is a lot of recoil. I play Xbox. I really don't like the recoil either because of how bad it is all the time. I know, Kenyana. I don't need you to say it again. Because you make it sound like I don't know that. Yeah, there's too much recoil for me. And it seems like every time that I use it, I'm the one getting shat on with it. But every time someone else is using it, every time I use it, I get destroyed because I don't know how to aim with it. And then every time someone else uses it, they get like one-tap headshots ridiculously easy, whereas I don't. And that's pretty frustrating. The term that one of the YouTubers that I just kind of stumbled upon the other day uses is volatile. And I think volatile describes it pretty well. If you're the one using it and you're destroying people with it, it's great. You're laughing, you're having a fun time. But if someone else is the one using it and you're getting destroyed by it, it's no fun. I do wish there was a field of view slider for Xbox. I'd like to jack it up so that I could see more things. But alas, I can't. PS4 is fine. Xbox is currently the most powerful console though, with the Xbox One X, so it's quite expensive. But that's the price you pay for quality gaming. I think the wonderful PC gamers out there can attest to that, considering how much they pay for their computers all the time. PS4 exclusives are fantastic. I do like PS4 exclusives. I got Xbox because before I started playing religiously, I would go over to my cousin's house and we would play Black Ops Zombies all the time on his 360. That's kind of where my taste came from because that's what I grew up playing on. The problem was the second I basically was able to get myself a 360, he had moved on. So I literally, when I got my 360, I sent him a text and I was like, "Yo, you ready to play?" And he was like, "Oh, sorry, man, I sold my Xbox for a PlayStation." And I was like, "Wow, cool." Abandoned. They are just game consoles. They basically do the same thing. At this point in time, I'm not really concerned all too much with graphics. The game's going to look like the game does. Just because your console is a better console doesn't mean it's actually going to look better. Key point would be Destiny. Destiny on Xbox One is still only 30 FPS, and it's not. I think frames per second is the only thing that I'm really concerned with, because you can tell moving from a 30 frames per second to a 60 frames per second how large of a difference there is. Your stream will be derpy as long as it's being derpy on my end. So there's really no solution for you at all. I would go to say that the PlayStation interface is probably better than the Xbox's. My only complaint in total is that PlayStation controllers are smaller than Xbox controllers, and I have fairly large hands. That is like the only concern that I have for really playing PlayStation, since my hands are large. They like to slip off of the controller too much. Or they're slightly more uncomfortable on PlayStation controllers than they are on the Xbox. But that doesn't really matter, because I could use Xbox controllers on the PlayStation, because they make adapters for that type of stuff. If you give me the controller, I won't.
I mean, I'm really not playing it. It's fun.
Hey Wolf, let's go pretty good. Working on making Glock 26. I don't need better Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi package that I have is pretty intense right now for this area. Part of the problem is how this company works is basically if your whole neighborhood has the same Wi-Fi, the whole neighborhood is using the same signal. So if everyone is on it in your neighborhood at once, it lowers the speeds all the time.
It's hard.
I could literally hardwire my PC and it would, or my laptop, and it would still do stuff like this. So it's quite annoying, and it's probably only going to get worse with net neutrality gone. But there's really nothing that I can do about it unless I want to shell out more money each month, which is not going to happen because I'm already paying a fairly large amount of money a month for Wi-Fi. Hey, Bricks, it's been going pretty good. See, we're back up into the green, and this computer is perfectly capable of streaming in the green. Part of it, like I said, just comes down to on this system that this company is using. This type of stuff is kind of unavoidable. I really can't do anything about it.
We were using fiber optics.
If we were using fiber optic, we would be up to 300 megabytes per second, and it would be fine. The problem is Google doesn't have that here.
Capitalism.
I really wish I could do something about it, because I'll get discouraged when this type of stuff is going on because of how bad it is in terms of quality. But there's honestly nothing I can do about it. I'm just kind of stuck with how it is right now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
The next year or might get better though, maybe.
I doubt it.
Well, depends what it is. That's like in the future. Because maybe we'll get like CenturyLink or something from another company.
Yeah, sure. We'll see.
Really discouraging.
I don't think CenturyLink's going to be better than what I have now.
Well, it's because less people have CenturyLink, and when we had it, it wasn't that bad.
I don't think it's going to be better than what I have now.
Yes, it is, because it wasn't bad when we had it. And I did a podcast back then. I was on a podcast. The details don't matter, but it was one.
Alright, now we just got the backstrap to do. The cool thing about this gun is that you can actually make interchangeable backstraps, like the whole lock for the program that they were doing had. Switch it.
It did, but I don't think I'm picking my hand. I grabbed it and just sliced and put the shit. I should change my shirt. Will it be on the camera if I get on and change it? No.
Mm. It takes a lot of time to build guns that good, though. No. All those things. Yes, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. I recommend just posting. Teaser videos don't do all too well, and they actually detract from your actual video in terms of viewerships. Anecdotal experience from other people in the community that have done it before. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Who? Why would I need to? No, those are fine. Probably. Alright. That's that. That's done. Here is everything. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. What? Dog's barking. No, he's not. It's 3:11. Yeah. What? So. You're fine. Jeez. Alright. I saw that. I noticed that, man. I realized that you would be doing guitar. Alright, there we go. This is what we got. Low lap. 26. It's pretty simple. Goes back on over there. Close enough. I could see what you're saying. To be good at Dokkaebi, you have to be alive all the time. She's a interesting operator, at least to say. Alright, that's that. Only took 45 minutes.
That's not bad. It took you like 2 hours to go to the campfire. Pretty basic. So that's that.